Hello friends, in today's video we're going to be servicing this Citroen C3. This particular model is 1.4 VTR plus and the year is 2012. So to start off with, we're going to drain the engine oil, and before we drain the engine oil, we're just going to remove this oil refill cap off. There we go. Right, here we are. I'm under the car now. So here is the location for the drain plug. Right, so just gonna use a 24mm socket to undo the drain plug. There we go. There we are. Just gonna put the washer. Just gonna put the drain plug back in. Just gonna screw the drain plug. Here we go. That's good enough. Perfect. Right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna change the oil filter, and the location for the oil filter is just down there where I'm pointing my finger at, just here. We're gonna be using a 27mm socket and a ratchet to undo the casing. There we go. That's the oil filter out of the way. Right, so after removing the filter, I emptied the housing, which was full of oil. So the way I emptied it is with the rag. So now we're gonna remove this O-ring to start off with. There we go. So that's the O-ring out of the way. Right, just gonna pull the filter off. That's the old filter out of the way. Before I put the new filter, I'm just gonna give it a good clean inside it. Here comes the new filter. We are using Crossland make. So before fitting the filter in, we're gonna put the O-ring first. Here is the O-ring. Just gonna prime it with oily hands. There we go. So that's the O-ring nicely done. Then the filter comes in place. It can go either way, this way or this way. Just gonna push it all the way in. Right, so just gonna screw it back in. Gonna hand tighten it to start off with, and then gonna use the ratchet. There we go. Right, so the torque for the oil filter cap is 5 Newton meter. There we go, that's good enough. Right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to change the air filter. So we need to remove this cover here. It's secured by 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 Phillips screws. Just going to start removing these screws. One on this side. Right, just gonna remove the 2 screws at the back. These are a bit tricky. Alright, also we'll have to remove this vacuum pipe here. So we're gonna press it down like this and pull it off. Same here. Same here as well. And here, just gonna pull it off the clip. So, and also this one here. So that's all nicely been put to the side. Next we need to remove this clamp here. Right, now that I've loosened all the screws and taken the vacuum pipe from here, just gonna lift the cover. Here is the old filter. Right, there we go. Here's our new air filter. We are using a Crossland make, so the air filter sits in like this. Just gonna make sure that it's fully home. Right, so the air filter housing cover goes in here first, and then just gonna line up the screws. These are the back. There we go, that's nice and tight. Right, so I've secured the screw on the right hand side at the back. So just gonna secure the screw at the back here. This screw at the back is very tricky to get to. There we go, that's nice and tight. Just gonna secure this clamp. That's this clamp nicely secured. So that's the air filter nicely done. I'm gonna use a 10mm socket to take off this coil pack, this complete bar here. So 2 screws to remove. There we go, that's one of them. One on this side. There we go. Just gonna lift the bar. So that's the coil pack out of the way. Right, so I'm just gonna remove the spark plugs. There we go. That's one of the spark plug out of the way. Just gonna remove the second one. Second one. Third one. There we go, that's the fourth one out of the way. So we're using Denso spark plugs as a replacement plugs, like for like. Just gonna slide them in one by one. And one here. So just gonna hand tighten them first, and then we're gonna use the ratchet. The fourth one. So now we're going to torque up with the ratchet. That's it. That's good enough. The second one. That's it. Third one. There we go. And the fourth one. There we go. That's the fourth spark plug, nicely secured. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to fit the coil pack back in place. There we go. So that's how it sits in. One bolt goes in here. One on this side. Just gonna screw this coil pack. That's good enough. This side. There we go. That's both of the bolt on coil pack nicely secured. We're gonna secure this cable in here. Gonna secure the nut here at the top to secure the wire. Perfect. So just gonna secure the cables now. So the way cables come in place is like this. Like that. and then the connector goes here. Okay. So this connector goes here. That's for the mass airflow sensor. Now this vacuum pipe, one here, and one there. So all the vacuum pipes are nicely secured. 1, 2, 3, and the filter, inline filter, is fully secured as well. So that's the spark plugs nicely being changed on this Citroen C3. Right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to change the pollen filter, and the pollen filter location for this right hand drive C3 is behind here. So we're going to remove the seal first, weather seal, and then we're going to lift this trim up, and here it is, just under here. So also we'll have to remove the wiper blade, the driver side one. There we go, we've taken the wiper arm off. Now we can lift the whole trim like this. There we go. So that is the location for the cabin filter. So just gonna pull the cover, and then gonna remove the cabin filter number 1. There's another one to remove just down there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull it towards the side, and then we're gonna pull it towards us. There we go. Just gonna put them side by side. So 2 cabin filters for this C3. Here is our replacement part. We are using Crossland filters. So 1 big one and 1 small one. So just gonna follow the airflow sign. So this one will go in like this. And then we're gonna slide it in this way. That's the small cabin filter, fully home, and the bigger one, again just gonna follow the arrows for the airflow. So this one slides in like this, just here. Like this, hold it in, and then we're gonna close this side cover. There we go. So that's the cabin filter on this C3 nicely replaced. So just gonna remove the ratchet. There we go. So that's that, fully home. Just gonna fit the wiper arm. Goes in like this. 16mm nut to secure it. There we go, that's that nicely secured. Then the dust cap goes back on, and then the weather strip, just like that. Right, now that we have fitted all the components, so we're gonna fill the engine up with fresh oil. We are using Mobil Super 3000 fully synthetic oil. So this is 5W40 engine oil, and the capacity for this Citroen C3 1.4 engine is 3.8 liters. So just gonna fill the engine up with the fresh oil. Right, so just gonna check the oil level. Perfect. Comes up to the max level. Just gonna fit the oil refill cap back on to the engine. There we go friends, job done. Thank you very much for watching the video.